We are recording. So, good evening, everyone. Firstly, thank you all for coming on. There might be some more in a minute. Of course, you've hopefully seen Zack Snyders Justice League. If you haven't, there's some spoilers coming. We'll try and chat. I'll try and just start talking and then try not to go over anyone because it will cut out on the Zoom and it will interact on the person who's talking and load them up. We'll get through everyone tonight, all being well. If this goes well, we'll do some more of these as well. This is my first one, so good luck, everyone. Who wants to go first?
I think we need an opening question, don't we?
Well, firstly, what an epic film. Way better than I imagined. Even just the opening and the bit of dummy on the opening. Now, I got to see it like a week and a half early. I know I couldn't tell anyone. But it was the opening and then the scene just with Lex and Steppenwolf and adding that in blew my mind. It was just like, like Batman v Superman with Bruce's perspective, and then we've seen it all the Lex's point of view. So I was buzzing from there. What about you guys?
If I can just quickly say something. With the I watched Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman just a few days before it was coming out. I want more Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I can just say that.
You want more Lex Luthor?
It was really something. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else think that we need more Lex?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I didn't understand the hate from people. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Well, he's trying to go for a more modern Lex, isn't he? For a more modern time, like that type of.
I think he's more similar to John Cryer's Lex Luthor than anyone else. I think we need to see more of him before we can really get his own in terms of that.
Did you notice the suit he was wearing at the end, the post credits, the end scene in the epilogue when he was on the boat? The suit he's wearing is like the same suit that Gene Hackman was wearing in Superman.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, was it? I never noticed that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, loved that.
Very clever. There's lots of the whole film is just full of stuff.
Yeah,
knockbacks and callbacks. Really clever. Snyder's a master.
There was a lot of nods to the original Superman, which I really loved. Not just certain shots, like the infamous, that shot was clearly a reference to Chris Reeve, but even Mark LeBurk as a Jimmy Olsen, he was Officer Jerry. I loved that. I absolutely loved that.
And they cut him out. Like Mark was cut out of the original one, and then I know he was going to come back in this, but he was like he was an important character, and the person that was playing him was a little bit of nostalgia there, and they cut him out of the other one. I can't believe it.
Oh, did he not play the prison officer when the splash drew on in man's face?
Oh yeah, he was.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, he's very short. In this one, he was in 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah.
I feel like there was more meaningful nostalgia in this one than there was in Justice League. I know what they were trying to do in terms of bringing the original themes from Danny Elfman and John Williams back, but I still felt more nostalgia listening to Junkie XL's score and the certain thematic aspects around Superman and Batman than I did in the theatrical version, and it was a bit more meaningful than the last time.
Welcome, Mike. Welcome, Lucas.
I think they're very hard films to compare.
Yeah. What's your favourite parts? Did you have any main favourite bit that you'd like to watch again? I like the flash part at the end and the music.
Yeah. The music for that, Junkie smashed it. Absolutely smashed it on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I love how all the characters had their own theme tunes and everything.
Yeah.
It came up, and I love the Amazonian female voice because I don't know why it didn't really occur to me before. I should have more of that in the previous Wonder Woman films and all. It's actually just a lot more prominent in this one, and I really loved that. I loved all of them, and I particularly love because the rock and guitar as they're all just preparing to go into battle.
The superhero team-up shot was fantastic. Had everything placed in the right place. The Batmobile and all the characters around it was very clever.
I thought it was a shame we didn't see Batman jump out the car for the hero shot, but it was good enough. It was good enough.
Very cool.
Hi Claire. Hi
For
Nate.
me, it was,
The
for me,
screen
it was a
up
lot
here
of the
now, it's good.
things that, like,
I think you're speaking about all the music and that. I saw like a TikTok of like about Wonder Woman's theme. Whenever she did anything, it just
Yeah.
I like it. It still goes through my head, that tune.
And the song where
The first note.
yeah, the Flash saved Aris.
Yeah. What did you make of it, Jordan? You're quite up there. What's your favourite parts?
I'm just taking it all in. There's so much to talk about.
Well, if anyone,
I just
go for it.
It's the fight, isn't it, with the men and the Amazons and the gods and the Atlanteans. That was just like, and then that Green Lantern was just another level, wasn't it? And seeing him, I want to know who he is, what Green Lantern he is. Anyone can help me on this one?
Anyone know?
Which one? The one in the actual history lesson? Or the one
yes, this Zack Snyder cut version.
Zack did an interview yesterday with Cinema Blend, and even he couldn't remember, but he said it's referenced in DC lore as the very first Green Lantern, but he couldn't remember what the name of the character was, but he said aesthetically he looks the same. So if you look it up,
I've seen the animated film Emerald Knights, and that's the very first Green Lantern in that one. I think I can't remember if it looks similar. I don't know, but
Zack said it was like a cave drawing on a wall in that interview.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the other one, the dead one in the Justice League, the destruction, that one where Superman's holding the bat cowl. That said that was Kilowog. Definitely Kilowog.
Yeah, I saw Kilowog on the floor. Yeah.
That's quite quick, that bit as well. If you don't pause it, it's gone in a second.
Happened so fast, yeah. I mean, I didn't even notice the Joker card was ripped in half. So I only seen it on the third screening because someone said it, so I was looking out for it, you know.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to watch it.
So that means Batman sort of he's gone back on his thing with the Joker, you know.
Yeah. For me, like those scenes that, you know, and again the one where Superman Darkseid appears behind him and he puts his hand, like, you know, they were incredible, and for me they kind of satisfy as much as Zack could that curiosity of where this was going, and also with the narrative that we've been hearing, he clearly had hell to pay to get those scenes in the final film because WB were not happy about it. And those little touches, those little vignettes are awesome that they're in there.
I can't believe they're not going to carry on and make 2 more films.
They should, don't they?
I can't believe how much more of the Amazon battle that we didn't see. I just can't believe how much more we didn't see at the time.
I'm quite amazed like how much footage was shot already for the Zack Snyders and what was. I know you shot a lot of new stuff, like for the epilogue especially, but the amount of footage he already shot was just incredible.
No. I'm just astonished that back in 2017, someone thought, do you know what? Let's cut this down to 2 hours and give people a version of the film where it's not even coherent. Like for me, that's just unforgivable. And actually the other thing, which I mentioned the other day to somebody, which to me is kind of a big thing, but I think Ray Fisher got absolutely screwed out of the 2017 version. And in this version, it really is the heart of the story. And I personally would go far as to say it's one of the finest performances I've seen in a superhero film in a long time. And I just thought he was amazing in this. He smashed it to me.
And if there was a performance,
okay. Sorry, the literal scene where they give that lady the money, you know, the cash machine, you know, and he was literally sitting in the rain, and he was smiling, very happy, and he literally turned around and walked away, and there was 2 people giving it, you know, looked at him really bad, you know, made him feel so, you know, like from being up there to down there, like in a second. Good.
Welcome to Nathan, Claire, Mike. Hello, Mike. What do you make? I know you're a big fan.
Oh, massive! Absolutely loved it. I was trying to think what my best scene was, and there were so many good scenes. I really, really liked the scene with the Flash at the end. Obviously, you know, he got shot in the side with the laser, and he just you saw him just pick himself up and then go, and you saw like time go back, and everyone was evaporated, and they come back together. I just thought that was wicked. It just shows you how, like, with the Flash, his powers, his quality. There's so much more there, and I really like the other scene with Iris as well. I thought that was good.
Yeah, it's good. That was new, wasn't it? We knew that happened, and they just finished it properly.
Exactly. God, that was really cool.
Didn't Zack create the run differently to the 2017 run? You know, because his arms are all over the place.
I can't remember that run.
The infamous Phoebe run.
Yeah, he was sloppy. He was all over the place.
Zack understands how powerful these characters are.
Yeah.
He's able to translate them to the screen as well, and it's just, I think he does it so masterfully, and I don't know how others are going to compete. I think
for me, like, one of the things, like, being totally honest, when I first watched Zack's version of this film, in the early parts of the film, I was surprised at how jokey Ezra still was, right? Same. But for me, when you get to that end scene, just mentioning what Mike was saying, and he's out there and he gets cut and he doesn't want to let Batman down, it all pays off because he's just a kid and he's kind of like out there and he's way out of his depth. I mean, he's mega powerful, but he's clearly way out of his depth. And that gut punch emotionally for me of him just like not wanting to let anyone down. And then that bit where he stops and he says, you know, I've got to break the rule. I've got to do it, and I've got to do it. And that whole bit was incredible, and it all paid off. Where that payoff wasn't there in Joss Whedon's version for me.
Definitely. No, I agree.
I feel like you've talked about.
Sorry.
You've talked about like Cyborg being the main character, but like with the Flash, obviously this was sort of like his introduction film as well. But the scenes with his dad then as well, and then you sort of have Bruce as a father figure as well. It just really made something for him. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out in the Flash film, especially with Michael Keaton. Well, I think he's debating.
He may not be. He may not be in.
I read that yesterday because of
don't say that.
Hopefully.
Well, we can have Val Kilmer instead.
Yeah. Claire, what do you make of it?
Sorry, Lemmy?
What do you make of Justice League? Did you like it?
I thought it was absolutely excellent. I'm just so happy that Zack Snyder got to put his vision back on the screen, really, and everybody who walked out of the 2017 cinematic theatrical release kind of knew not something quite right about that film, and then campaigned and then went on to obviously get it released. And I'm so glad that Lois Lane in the Snyder Cut was not Plan B anymore, and she actually had a fantastic connection to how she ended up at the Superman statue when obviously Clark came back, and I like the difference between Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman and Zack Snyder's Wonder Woman as well, because I love the Kingdom Come graphic novel, and that's what I felt when I was watching the Snyder Cut. She's very much the Kingdom Come version, and where Patty Jenkins is obviously going into the other Wonder Woman stories, which is great. And yes, okay, Wonder Woman's got her sword back and shield, but you know, this is kind of more of a present time, where 1984 is obviously 20 years on, you know, back, and that's why she's obviously chosen to have a sword and a shield again, you know. So it's kind of I was just so impressed, and actually it just makes you realize, just as much as I'm really looking forward to seeing Robert Pattinson as Batman, you just realize just how much Ben Affleck is a brilliant Bruce Wayne and a brilliant Batman. So it's the whole thing just connected to Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman really, really well. And that's why I watched on Saturday and Sunday, I watched Man of Steel and then Batman versus Superman, and then I watched the Snyder Cut again. So I watched all three in a row, and it just really just went really, really well. So it's but yes, I'm just very happy for everybody that it's all worked out really well.
Yeah.
Nathan, what about you from over the seas, my friend?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You, Nathan? Are you excited? You've seen it now and it's good?
I loved it, man. Like one
Doing
thing
a
that,
Zoom. You're doing a Zack Snyder thing.
hello?
Hi, Tim. Hi,
Hey.
Alderman Mohammed. I think you need to activate your cameras. They're not on.
Hello, Paul.
And Lucas, you can come on the camera. Go for it, Nathan.
I loved it, man. Unfortunately, I was only able to watch it once.
Okay.
Because college and some things to do. But I have been rewatching some bits of it, and I simply cannot get enough of the Flash scene when he saves everyone, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's
amazing.
simply breathtaking to see. Like, he sees that he's like, I need to break the rules. Like, he always had in mind that he has the potential to go back in time, man. And he goes for it, you know. Another thing that I forgot your name. I'm back. I'm sorry. The last person said, like, when Lois came in, and I saw someone pointed it out yesterday that, like, Zack said that Henry Clark saw the baby in her. And I rewatched the scene, and she just nodded her head for a split second, like just confirming, yeah, exactly. It's what you're seeing, you know. It happened, and man, and the ancient battle with Darkseid, man, is just it's Lord of the Rings, but DC, you know.
What do you make about Lois being pregnant and she was carrying like the little? They changed that and she was carrying like a little baby carrier thing at the end. Did you see that?
Yeah. Change it from
Hey,
you,
guys, I got a question for you.
Was that sorry?
I got a question for y'all.
Go for it.
Okay, did y'all realize that Martian Manhunter has been in ever since Man of Steel came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did in the background.
Yeah, he was the captain or the sergeant or whatever from the military.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same guy from the very first one.
I know. They're like the
So
rumors.
Martian Manhunter has actually been in there.
I'm glad he did that. That's good. Yeah. I'm glad he did that with it because he could have gone either way and not done it. And after Batman,
The CGI.
Yeah.
Well, it made a better explanation at the end instead of Green Lantern showing up.
Yeah. Can you imagine if that was still the Green Lantern scene? They had to cut that, and they'd filmed that, didn't they? With John Stewart, he was saying. So,
Zack said he
replaced him.
Well, Zack said he shot that at his house.
Oh.
The Martian Manhunter. And he said he shot it in his backyard.
Oh, that was that bit. Oh, okay.
I really wonder who he cast as John. I really wonder.
Yeah. DC Fanverse, what do you make sitting there quiet, my friend? Let's get you in.
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Good. Did you like the film?
Absolutely loved it, man. Watched it just like you a few days before release. Yeah. Oh my God, it was just so good. I watched it at least 3 times already while even having work.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely loved it.
Are you gutted there might not be a sequel?
I'm hoping there's a sequel, and if there's any sequel there is, I want to see the Nightmare version.
100%. Yeah.
Imagine.
That last scene when it shows off, I want a whole movie out of that. I don't care what if they even do a Justice League 2 or not from the actual canon, but I want to see that Nightmare scene movie. That, like, so good. Can you imagine Mira, Deathstroke, Batman, Armored Superman, Armored King Flash, all of them together as a different form of Justice League? That's certainly something I want to see. So yeah, I loved it.
The Justice League with the Suicide Squad in a way.
Yeah.
This is putting it out there, and I thought it was this the other night. Like, if HBO or some other network, there's stuff going on behind the scenes, was to pick Zack Snyder now in, and they'd done like a series, like a 6 or 8 part series following on from all this. Would you be in for that if that happened?
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, the line between films and TV is so blurred now because you can get a big budget film like weekly now, thanks to Netflix and all that. So I think that could be done very well because they could explore the characters more and they can adapt some really good storylines, I think.
Did you enjoy the film?
I think that if they do a TV series using Zack Snyder stuff, they can do it, because if you looked at anyway, if you look at Raised by Wolves or Mandalorian, even it's so movie like just for a TV series.
Yeah.
So they can get away with it.
Yeah. The big budgets ain't always needed anymore. If everything's on this CGI computer, and they can be absolutely anywhere, and they're in just like a room, like this with the backdrop. It's amazing.
I think that
I wish I had that backdrop.
With Zack's films, like when I went into Batman v Superman, the nightmare scene was the thing I didn't know I wanted, but I left wanting the most out of the future films.
Yeah.
I think again with this one, that interaction with Jared Leto's Joker was really cathartic to see that on screen.
Yeah.
And I see them two go at it. But I think there's a bigger hill to climb this time.
Yeah. I mean,
It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, one of
Sorry,
us, they're not going to do it. But do we think HBO Max is going to take it up?
It's up to AT&T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If AT&T turned around and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, but Zach, this is blank checkbook. Go and do it. It don't matter what Warner Brothers says. AT&T own them."
Yeah. All this, same as Marvel and that they were saying, wasn't it? Marvel and Sony and stuff like that. If they all start to, you don't know. In the last year, we've all seen anything can happen. And
with the Green Lantern, do you reckon this set up for the series?
Yeah, I think that's probably why they've had to remove him out, and I am looking forward to that series, especially with the effects and that. I think they can pull off on HBO. This is going to be incredible. That is. Hopefully soon we'll see something on that.
Is it Hal Jordan or John Stewart we're getting there?
No, I don't know. Don't know. Maybe both.
Or
They
Carl
were
Ray?
running
Is
it with John Stewart. They want to make him the main Lantern.
Okay.
I've read somewhere they're doing different timelines or something. I could be wrong. Like different Green Lanterns from different time periods.
Well, that's right. That's right. That's what they're saying.
Oh, cool.
I know it's CW, but I think John Diggle's coming back as Green Lantern again in Flash or something maybe. But even with that, we've seen Ezra Miller in Crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to actually up, guys, if you let me talk. Just Cyborg needs to appear more, to have a more minute and has a spin-off movie, like to has Cyborg. Ray Fisher deserved from all of us, to have his movie, to stay with Warner. Actually, I like his conclusion of his origin and the way that he shows out and present us that Cyborg, and the end, and how he sacrificed his father to mark Mother Box to find Steppenwolf. I like all his scenes and the way he acts.
Are you a big Cyborg fan?
Yeah, from this movie, I'm Cyborg fan.
And Ray's great. I've met him a few times, and he's such an honest, nice guy. What's happened with him is absolute crap. Yeah, I'd like to see him in his own film. I think they could pull this off easy.
In this conversation, sorry, in this conversation, Aquaman's quite quiet. Aquaman's not been mentioned yet.
Yeah. To me, he seemed like the weakest one in the movie again. Like,
I like his dialogue with the Flash about how he's like talking about Cyborg, how he's lost his parent, and that whole moment brought a new side of the Aquaman we haven't seen before. And I thought,
more serious.
Yeah.
Jackie, what about you? What do you make of the film?
Oh, it's a question and a half. Because of my past and history with film, I kind of have more of an analytical view of things. One thing I do find very interesting, and it's absolutely just fantastic writing, because I don't know about you guys, but like when it comes to like Lord of the Rings and all, now I only watch the extended versions.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Because you get so much more from the characters, you get to know them and you feel more for them. And just the fact this is 4 hours long doesn't feel like it. The tempo is great, and say everyone has their own kind of moment to shine. Like saying about theme tunes earlier, it's individual, but it is together, and it really does encompass what the Justice League is about. And I'm just so glad you actually had this opportunity, you know, for us the fans and for Zack to create this. Unfortunately, it's come a bit from bad circumstances, but it really is something new. I know superhero stuff isn't new, but this in a way is. But it's just so deserved and so much needed, and definitely just the tidal wave DC world needed.
Yeah.
You know, it's blown everything out of the water. It is fantastic. Cinematography is fantastic. Editing is fantastic. CGI, I can't believe it's obviously like 95% of this is like CGI. People don't realize how much actually goes into it. It's crazy. It's everything's just spot on. Really, really is. Choice of music, fantastic. I don't actually recognize the songs in it, like I say, like the Flash one and things. I don't know if they're brand new songs or like covers or anything. I don't recognize them. But also there's the Hallelujah song in the credits, which was beautifully done. As we know, it's Autumn's favorite song, I believe, so that was really nice. I can't really think of anything negative really to say about it. It's just all just superbly put together. So, and at the acting, let's say getting to know the characters better, the overacting I think is better, but that's because the writing is better. So
I was just going to say, not enough Superman was in there. He didn't have a long in this one, did he?
Yeah.
I think
but it felt much more earned when he came back. It had impact, whereas it didn't before. But I do know what you're saying. And likewise for me, aside from what Zack added with Joker and Batman was lacking for me a massive Batman moment like the warehouse scene. But I also get there are a lot of other characters that deserve screen time and haven't had the backstory. So that, you know, there was a lot to cover, but I loved it.
Yeah.
Don't get me.
See, I would say
actually my own one critique. Sorry, can I say I am a huge Batman fan. He's my fave. The one thing I did want to see more of was him doing hand-to-hand combat, like we have seen him before. That was actually my one thing I did miss. I was kind of looking for because I love Batman.
Just doing Batman stuff, punching people and
kicking ass.
I feel like we were to get other people who would be again have the spotlight like he had in Batman Superman, because like his mission to fix.
Nathan, I think your mic's come away, mate. It's not that clear.
Hello. Yeah. How is it?
That's better.
Okay. I think it's important to have a sequel if that would again have the spotlight like Batman v Superman, because the sequel, as Zack said, it would be about him fixing his new mistake. So I think that like we would have them Robin. So I think that I understand that this movie is about the world after Superman's sacrifice. So it's about how Batman is decided to make the other heroes shine, you know, to come together, fight for this world that Clark showed to him that it's worth fighting for. So I think that even though Batman, I think that Batman is also missing a bit on this movie, that if we were to have people, he would again shine like in the warehouse.
Yeah, that was a good scene. The warehouse scene was good in Batman v Superman. I like that.
Yeah, it was very Batman Arkham, that fight.
Yeah. It was. I was just going to say, to echo Jackie's point about the writing and stuff, and in terms of the performances as well, the thing that I really enjoyed the most was how this time around the choices these characters made actually had weight on the overall story. Whereas before it just felt like, you know, we're going to assemble you just because. Whereas now it was, you're coming together because there's actually a huge threat. Steppenwolf, for God's sake, has a bloody motive this time around. Like, he's not shouting "mother" for God's sake all the time. He's actually, you know, trying to win back
Proving himself.
His uncle's approval and be back in the family. He's basically the Fredo of the family, which I thought was hilarious. Like, he's absolutely useless, really. But
I kind of felt sorry for him.
Yeah, you do. You do feel sorry for him.
When he got punched to death by Superman, I actually felt sorry for Steppenwolf. As much as I love Superman, I felt sorry for Steppenwolf.
It's when D-Sad said that he's got like is it 1,000 more planets, and then his eyes just literally nearly cried.
50,000 planets.
50, that's it, right.
I
think
thought the VFX guys did an amazing job to make him both menacing, but at times a little bit cute. Like, I don't know, they did this really weird thing. Like, when he was scared, or you'd see him kind of gulp when Darkseid appeared. I think they made him a nicely rounded character.
Yeah, he did definitely look way better.
The suit was always
with a lot of spikes.
You understand that his goal is, he understands that his goal is just to go back to Apocalypse. He just wants to go home.
Yeah, he just wanted to go home. Yeah, is that E.T.? Yeah.
Am I right? There's a new style of parody.
How did everybody like the Flashpoint part in that, where Flash goes back, rechanges everything on instant to make it from the Darkseid planet back to United or the world? The question is that how much of that you're going to see in the Flash movie?
Yeah. We don't know. You might get some movements in there, Tim. We might get to see.
Yeah, I know.
Some sort of consequence.
The thing what bothered me the most is whenever we call it the Justice League. Whenever he pulled that crap out, I waited 50-something years to see Justice League on the big screen.
Yeah.
Hoping it'd be good. Yeah. That came out crap.
Yeah.
Zack Snyders redeemed my life.
Awesome. Good, Tim. Oh, it's good.
I say number one. I loved it. I want to see more.
Yeah.
Did anyone like the scene where Batman stands on the tank from The Dark Knight Returns? That for me.
Yeah, that was on CGI as well. It looks so good. It looks so good.
At the back of that tank, there's some people all chained up at the back.
Yeah,
they're
from the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, it's the mute from the book.
Return.
Look, they've got the visor.
Yeah.
Zoom right in.
Miss nothing.
Oh, I have to see that. I didn't miss that. God.
Yeah, watch it again and pause it. You'll see. I only noticed it.
Okay. I didn't notice that. Wow.
At the end of it, the Martian Manhunt is flying away. You can see the Hall of Justice being built.
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I heard that.
So how many times has everybody seen it so far?
I've done 4.
Once. So gotta watch it 5 more times to get all the references.
Once.
Right.
What about you, Tim?
I got more go.
I watched it with fantastic.
I've seen it twice so far. I'm ready to go for more.
It's the easiest 4-hour film to watch.
The first and third time.
Don't see
watch
4 hours.
Yeah.
It's the easiest film, not the longest. It's just.
I liked it because it had a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Makes it more
So
fun.
it makes you want to go back and see them.
Something I want to see again is probably Evil Superman. It was just like, I know he's going to be in the Suicide Squad game, but that's controlled by
I'm
Brainiac,
trying
I
to figure
believe.
that part out.
That scene, the evil Superman at the end, in the nightmare scene. That was repurposed from Batman vs Superman.
Very clever. Another angle.
Really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
But I feel like we just noticed that because we know this scene. I feel that's just the thing. But none of my non-DC friends, they casual viewers said to me like, "Oh, they repurposed that. They did bother me. They didn't notice it."
When you watch Batman vs
Guys, I'm
Superman,
about to run out of juice in my phone. So thanks for chatting with you.
No worries. Thanks for coming on, Tim. Stay safe.
Take care, Tim.
Thanks.
Darren, Yorkshire Bat fan. Any?
Yes, Paul.
What's your most favourite parts in the whole film? Come on, tell us.
All of it. To be quite honest, I really did enjoy all of it, from the opening scenes, especially the Nightmare partner. Finally, Ben Affleck, Jared Leto, both. I mean, it were only 3-4 minutes, if that. But that entire scene just built up so much. So how they could not build on that, whether it's TV series or Justice League 2, it'd be beyond me.
Yeah,
I think
explored more.
TV series, I think, could be a lot better than getting a Justice League 2.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said that is because they could build on so much more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like somebody mentioned Mandalorian.
Yeah.
The 45-minute episodes. And that could just build up so much with the characters. You could have, I know, an episode all about how Deathstroke got to be there with Batman and Flash.
Yeah.
We could see what happened to Aquaman, how he died. And there'd be so much more that they could build on. And that, I think, we will see it. If rumours are true, that they could build on it through HBO Max.
Yeah.
If they don't do a series, I mean, I personally would love to see it. Obviously, of course, I would love to see this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did maybe like a comic, just to close things off, or even just expand it. Because I
do you think they will do that? Because did you hear Zack say that he put that forward and it was turned down?
They said no.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he wanted to do it. I'm trying to think who he was. He interviewed with somebody and he said he wanted to do the Joker series as a mini run of comics. They refused.
Right.
That's interesting. Just mad to me. I don't understand.
That's crazy.
They don't.
Warner Brothers just
Be interesting to see the numbers, like how many people viewed the film.
They're not. They're not revealing them for a reason. I think they're not revealing them because they don't want to. I don't know.
I mean, how many countries has it crashed?
Yeah.
It crashed in Asia, God knows how many times, and I'm sure in other countries it's done the exact same thing.
Do you guys think that, because there were rumours, aren't they, that this is sort of Ben's swan song in the new Flash, that he's potentially going to be kind of written out? Do you think that because that is filming now and that train is moving, that's why they're refusing to budge on this?
Because they've spent the money on the Flash and the story.
But isn't he going to be in the new Flash as well? Ben Affleck, isn't he having a part in Flash?
He is, but there are rumours that he dies in it. That's what they're saying.
To write him out of the universe and then okay.
Sure, with them, what's been said about Michael Keaton today?
Yeah.
As much as I like Michael Keaton, as much as I love Michael Keaton as Batman, I can't do without him in the Flash film.
Whoa.
No. Hear me out. Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman of all time. Okay. But I want to see him in his own Batman Beyond film rather than as part of Flashpoint. If they have him in Flashpoint and not build on a Batman Beyond storyline, then I don't.
I think you just Redeemed yourself in Rob's eyes.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Give us JDM back.
I'll let you guys into something quickly. So I can't post the video, but when we interviewed Zach and Deborah the other week, it went on for 20 minutes. All I've been able to post was my questions on our website. But throughout the whole interview, and I've got it on video, someone else asked about him doing other stuff, nothing to do with DC. He didn't mention that, but he just said he's working on loads of other projects and ideas that he doesn't have to approach these big wigs at the big studios for. So to me, in my head, it was like HBO, Amazon, stuff like this. There's stuff going on. What about? I don't know. But he said he's working on several ideas and projects. So I don't know.
I think Netflix will take him. I think Netflix will.
He has been approached, hasn't he?
Yeah, Netflix will sign a deal with him.
Imagine. We'll be doing this again next year. I'll be like, do you remember we was talking about this? Oh, yeah. We need some good series now. Like Supergirl's finishing. The Flash has gone down the pan.
Superman and Lois is good.
Oh,
I like it.
I love
Superman and Lois is really good.
Yeah.
Different
I'm very
take on it.
surprised.
Very
I'm really
surprised.
enjoying Superman and Lois, and I think it's nicely balanced between the two characters, because you're kind of seeing what Superman's doing with his family life, and Lois is still that kind of driving journalist that we kind of have always known. And I think they've balanced it really well. I might have to purchase a Tyler Hoechlin autograph from you, Paul, from Geek Garage.
It's nice they throwed in his sons as well, you know, and what they're going through.
Yeah,
very good.
I need to check it out.
They're very likable actors. Those young actors are very likable in the show, and I feel like they're doing quite well. A lot of the time, young actors don't grow; they grow over time. But I feel these two are very good in the roles they've been given, and the whole family dynamic works so well, and that's what I'm enjoying more than a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, in the series they're very calm, aren't they? But obviously finding out who he is. But I'll be bouncing off the walls if I find out my dad was Superman. I mean, I'll be like, can you take me somewhere? Can you take me here? Can you take me here?
They were a bit cheesed off to begin with, weren't they? They were like,
I know. Well, why of all people, why would you be cheesed off with him? Like, you'd be like, can we go somewhere? Can we fly somewhere?
Yeah. I did guess that Jordan was going to be the one that was going to have the powers out of the two.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could kind of see it simmering through, but yeah, no, it's I am, because I'm not a fan of the CW shows at all. Sorry if anybody else here is, but this has really impressed me. I look forward to it. Every Wednesday here, isn't it? So it's but yeah.
One of the perspectives I like to see Superman and Lois as is basically. A while ago, I think it was in the third episode, second or third, I thought to myself, it would work as a Smallville sequel after say for example, like after Crisis Clark, Tom Wenning's Clark, Tyler Hoechlin is playing another version of Tom Wenning's Clark, and now he has a family. That brings him back to Smallville, and his children are growing up. I don't know if that's a fun way of looking at it.
Yeah,
I didn't like Tyler's Superman in Supergirl. I just didn't think he was very good.
It's different in Superman.
In Superman Lois, he just shows, he's up there with Henry Cavill.
Is it a continuation? Is it the same incarnation?
Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like there's any CW attached to it at all.
No. Right.
No, I'd say separate. And the same with like Lexi's come from another world, and this one they've given a clue of like
yes, that's right,
going on, and
the budget definitely looks a lot higher.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Very Man of Steel.
I have a question for all of you.
Go for it.
What do you think when Superman is going to use his heat vision to just destroy and wipe up Batman? Actually, this scene will stick me. I say, like, Batman is gonna die. Like, heat vision, how can he resist it?
Oh, with his gauntlets.
Yeah. I like the freeze breath.
Yeah.
In that moment, I said, "Rest in peace, Batman." That was great. It was epic. I love that scene so much. Hello.
What was your favourite part of the Justice League?
The Flash part, make your own future.
Oh,
When he comes back to
cool.
future
yeah.
in time to save the entire universe. Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, good. How many times have you seen the movie?
Huh?
How many times have you
Sorry?
watched the movie?
Just once. I have a college, so I'm so busy. I just want to watch it once.
Good.
But there is some senses in the movie I watch several times in one day. Like the entrance of Superman when he attacked Stephen Wolf. I'm not impressed. It's like his weapon.
That's a good scene, yeah.
I think you just mentioned
and
about.
yeah, and the death of Stephen Wolf and the scene of Darkseid.
Yeah.
I love the entire movie, but those scenes I really this in my heart, man.
Oh,
was
good.
great.
Good. I like Darkseid in it. I'm glad we got to see Darkseid, and we've got to see quite
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And Desaad as well.
The Granny Goodness as well.
Yeah. And again,
Oh, yeah,
it wasn't even an actress, was it? Everyone thought that was like Judi Dench or someone. It was
looks like
CGI character. And it's like, oh.
She looks like Gwendolyn
Could you
Christie.
imagine if it was Judi Dench?
Amazing. I put my money on it was her. I swear it was her from the clip, and I was like, it's got to be her.
Oh,
She looks
put
a lot like
Judi Dench in the
Gwendolyn
Snyderverse.
Christie from.
Yeah.
It's just when they're looking down at the Justice League and they're looking up, it can't end there. He's got to make another one. Do you know what I mean? You think, oh, this is the start of something.
Yeah.
So,
Fingers crossed.
I know. You can only
I
hope.
think Black will do it. If he gets the chance, he'll do it. But Warner Brothers haven't. They just don't want him to do it. Shame, really.
They're starting to announce like a bunch of solo films on now. I've seen like Batgirl, Zatanna, and Owlman again. Their own films.
Yeah, they're all coming.
Zatanna, I'm looking forward to. I think that
me
that
too.
would be good. That would be good.
I liked her.
Owlman's going to be interesting.
Looking forward to what
Does anyone know who Dr. Fate is in Black Adam? The actor.
Who's playing him?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been announced.
I don't think it's been casted yet.
All right, okay.
There's some characters in Black Adam, isn't there, popping up?
Justice League of America or something. They're called. Yeah.
Who is it then? Hawkman, Dr. Fate. Who else?
Hawk Girl was in it.
Hawkman.
You're supposed to know everything, Paul. Your DC world.
Just pretend.
He knows everything, so there's nothing.
It's weird that in that.
Well, the rest of them know what's going on.
Did you guys read that Anne Soronoff article that was put out the other day that kind of put the dampener on everything about the sequel?
Yeah.
It's weird that she kind of referenced the fact that they're moving back towards having connective tissue between the films, which is what they seem to be moving away from.
Yeah.
And she kind of talked about the fact, like, because they've surely with the multiverse, they've literally opened the door to do something with Zack over here and have something else going on over here.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I can think that they're worried about is like saturation, that you know, if they had too many iterations, people will get bored, and you know, it will hurt cinema going projects if they've got another universe over here.
Or the contrast, maybe the contrast in how good the product is that Snyder makes compared to what other people put out. It'll look like night and day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They might be scared of that, you know.
Yeah. Might be. It might be. And then the way they've got to try and merge a little bit of the story from each one, so it sort of all links a little bit like that. It's easily done. So it's just a few minutes of a scene, they could link a film straight to another one, but
Well,
I don't know.
Dwayne Johnson, he wants Cavill to be in Black Adam, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Because Dwayne Johnson and Henry Cavill are really good friends. And
Haven't they got the same
Cavill to be in
agent?
everything.
he said that he wants him in Black Adam. He said whatever DC fan wants, he wants to see Black Adam take on Superman. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
I love Henry Cavill. I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I just can't see Henry Cavill is this generation's Superman, and I don't know how I would feel if there were to be another actor playing Superman at the moment, because he still has so much to show.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would.
The new thing now, they're making a new Superman film.
The reboot. I don't know how.
It took me 4 years to get used to Tyler Hoechlin.
Paul, how tall was Henry Cavill when you met him at ACE Comic Con?
He is. I can't even get the picture down. He's about that much taller than me. So I'm 6 foot. I'd say he's about 6'3", 6'2",
Right.
6'3". Yeah, he's a bit taller than me. Yeah.
Isn't Ben Affleck taller than him?
Yeah.
No, Ben. I thought Ben was tall, but when I'd done the Batman v Superman premiere, that was like 5 years ago. Yesterday, I think, in London. Or no, it might have been longer. 7 years. I've got a photo of him in front of me, and we weren't raised, but he was about there on me. So I know. I think he's supposed to be over 6 foot, but I'm 6, and he was lower than me because I've got the picture.
Ray Fisher is 6'5". He's taller than Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Ray Fisher's quite tall.
Wow.
Yeah,
I have a cool story of meeting Henry Cavill in 2018. Maybe not as cool as yours. Maybe not as good as yours, Paul. But at the Mission Impossible premiere, I was in London. So I was in attendance, waiting in line, and I asked Henry Cavill for a selfie. And I was kind of behind a few other people, so he heard me. I wasn't shouting, and then he goes, "I'll come back to you." And then he was signing a few autographs. He came back. He took my phone and he took a selfie.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, he was telling the other fans around, saying, "Move out of the way," and he was asking me to come forward, and he just took it. It was amazing.
Oh, that's really nice.
What a lad!
What a moment as well to talk about it. Yeah, it's good.
It was amazing.
I first chased Henry around London. It was like pre or on Man of Steel, and it was like my birthday. I dragged my wife and my son into London. This was probably 10 years or 9 years ago, whatever now. And he was doing like a BAFTA Awards dinner, and I knew he was going to be there. And I stood outside, all the press were there, and the car pulled up at the wrong end of the carpet, and he literally got out of the car and went straight in. None of us could even get near him. I was like,
no.
I was like, I'm never going to meet this guy. And then we did. So.
How did you come about Ace Comic Con, Paul? How did you?
I see it on Twitter in like September, and I've just lost my dad like 2 months before. And I was looking at it, and they had all the cast, and I was just like, man, I'd love to go. My wife was like, just go and enjoy yourself. So I did. I made the most of it.
Quality. Brilliant.
I'm still paying for it now, I think. So I'm not sure. Yeah. Good.
Paul, out of all the DC guys you've met or ladies, who's been the best? Like you're most starstruck by?
Starstruck. Oh my god. I probably starstruck was probably like Gal Gadot, I think, because it was that was at the Ace Comic Con. But what they shifted a signing slot and moved it to a photo shoot area. And while I was there, I think I was in with Ezra getting a photo done. They called it, and I came out, and her photo booth was empty. Literally, I walked up to the door, and she was just in there with a couple of her like team. So I went in. I was chatting for like 10 minutes with her about London, going over there, blah blah blah. No one else was there. No one else was queuing. I got my stuff signed, but it was just because there was no pressure, and I didn't have to rush. So I was talking different with her to the rest of them. So yeah, she was quite good actually. Ray's quite good as well. Ray recognised me from meeting him once over here, and then in the States he was like, "Hey, DC World," and this was in the photo booth in front of everyone.
Oh,
he recognised me, and it's
wicked.
tons of stories, but that's another day. What about you guys? Any of you guys met the League?
No, but I met Val Kilmer at London Film and Comic Con in 2019. That was I know unfortunately he couldn't speak because of his illness and stuff, but that was incredible because I've never met a guy who played Batman before, because I did have a photo shoot ticket with Adam West, but he passed the year he was supposed to be at Comic Con, and yeah, that was starstruck for me because I finally met a Batman actor, and so that was incredible for me. So
cool.
Me and Jackie will probably say the same person.
Zachary Levi was amazing.
Zachary Levi.
That's what they're gonna say.
No, he's 6'4" and very, very tall. And
he remembered me the next day as well. I was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, he does. Yeah, Zachary Levi's got a photographic memory when it comes to people. It's I actually, though, I think the nicest DC actor I've met has to be Robin Lord Taylor or Donald Logue. I think they are exceptional.
Corey Smith. Oh my god.
So yeah,
that's too
if you're
many.
going in the TV world, it's the Gotham cast are pretty unique. They go out their way to.
One of them are coming here again in November.
Yeah.
I met Sean Pertwee. He was lovely.
Yeah. And Crystal Reed's going to be there as well if you're going in November, and she was great in something. So
I've got photo booked for, who did I book for? I can't remember. James Masters. There was can't remember, Karen Gillan, Sean Pertwee, and there's a few very good people, but again.
Yeah, it's cool.
I haven't met any of the Justice League members, sadly, but I did meet because I was filming the premiere of this movie, and I met Will Smith and Margot Robbie.
Oh wow!
And Margot Robbie is, and I have no problem saying this, but she is more beautiful in person than she is on camera. Like literally, I mean, she's beautiful on camera, but like in person, I was like, I don't know if I should say anything, because if I say anything, I'll just sound stupid right now. And then but then for me, like I grew up watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So for me, I wasn't seeing Will Smith, I was seeing The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in front of me. So as he came over and he did his thing, because I was camera operating the interview, and he came over and he said, "Hey man, I really like your hat." And I was wearing a Batman hat. And what happens 2 days later is he gets announced as Deadshot and Margot Robbie gets announced as Harley Quinn for Suicide Squad. And I was like, I'm going to remember that.
Yeah.
And my stupid reaction after that was, thanks, and really loud like that. Proper high-pitched thanks. I'm like, thanks.
We do.
Yeah. What else could I say? Exactly. I'm just doing my job, but yeah, thanks. Brilliant.
I was at the Aquaman premiere, and I got close to getting the more, but I got a picture taken with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh,
that was quite good.
E-Man.
Yeah. Massive big guy. Even now, still a very big guy. Yeah.
At the Batman vs Superman premiere, it was very, very cold that night, and Zack Snyder walked past. I got him. I was so cold, I was shaking. I go, "Can I have a selfie?" And then he started cracking up, and he was he took it, but it was just the way he was said. It was just.
Oh God! I think this might run out of time because we've been going for like an hour. So it come up just now. We're going over 40 minutes, but just in case it cuts, we'll wrap it up. I want to just thank you all the whole screen I'm looking at. If you could see it, there's loads of boxes. on our
Thank
screen.
you.
Thank you all for coming on and sharing what we love.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you all virtually.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all.
Take care. Bye.
We'll do some more.
Thank you.
Other stuff.
That was good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe, guys.